Hey guys, what is up? So, we're here for another episode of my podcast, The John Show. Before we get things going, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this week's video. And you can also follow me on all my social medias at John D. Clouser. It's literally the same name as when you subscribe to the podcast. Enjoy this clip, and let's get this thing going.
Hey, what's happening? You can tell I am pretty baked. It's morning. Morning is my time.
All right. Good googly moogly. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing swell. So we're here on another episode of The John Show, episode 11, I believe. I do not have a title yet. I normally write a title at the end of the podcast after I am finished talking about absolutely nothing for 30 minutes. That's the best way to describe this show. And if anyone is listening, I want to apologize. I am actually recording this on Tuesday, the day that I normally release it, and it's like 10 minutes till 4 in the afternoon on the PM Central Standard Time, and I realize that I'm late, but I do have a reasoning for the seasoning, and it really isn't a good one. What it is that I bought an Xbox One, and all I've been doing has been playing Madden, building a character, playing that character, that quarterback, and having a good time, being a child. Literally, I bought it on Sunday afternoon after I got off work, got home, played it I got home about 8 o'clock, played from 8 o'clock till 6:30 in the morning the next day. That's what I did. It was a good time. Then I woke up. 3 hours later, went for a 5-mile run, came home, did a bunch of laundry, and kind of just played some more Madden. And that's what I did yesterday when I could have been doing a podcast and been more responsible instead of now having to do it right now and then like 3 hours from now. Well, after I finish this, I have to break everything down and resituate it for the podcast I do with my buddy Aaron, which you should also check out, because if you subscribe to this or you subscribe to my channel, what you do is you also get this podcast as well as the Aaron and John Show, which is a way better show, I think. And I don't know. This, like I said, this is just for me to practice and to work out material that I have written down so I can take it and use it for something else if I think it's worth anything. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're doing great. It is another week of the shutdown. So apparently, I got an email on Monday saying that, I guess, because today's Tuesday, so yesterday, that on Friday, my gym opens back up. And I can't tell you how excited and absolutely terrified I am of that. So the reasoning I'm excited was because, I haven't gotten to actually work out in a gym, and God, has it been 2 months or something like that? I remember I was sitting down tying my shoes, and I was checking my emails, and I saw that I had an email from my gym saying that we're closed now until temporary closed until, further notice, because everything got shut down. And I was like, well, this sucks. And so all I've been doing is I did some. All I have is like 2 25-pound dumbbells. I have a rolling mat. I have a yoga mat. And I used to do that. I'd crank up my studio and I'd get it up to like 84 degrees. And then I'd do like a crazy workout and just a bunch of sweats. And then I hurt my back doing that. I was a fucking moron because I borrowed a kettlebell from a friend of mine. And I was doing kettlebell. It was like only a 25-pound kettlebell. That's the craziest thing too. And I ended up pulling a muscle in my lower back and was out of commission for about 4 days because of it, because I'm getting old. And so now everything, my injuries I'd be hurt for like a couple hours, and then I would be able to roll it out or just be able to run it out or sweat it. I'd be able to do something and I'd be good to go the next day. It's not like that anymore. I'm close to the 32 that I am 31, and actually, no, I'm not. Well, it's not even 6 months into the year yet. My birthday's January 1st, so I guess I still have a little bit of time more. I'm closer to 31 than I am to 32, I guess you could say. But still, I have a bunch of shitty fucking injuries for my body. So everything hurts now. And then I've been doing a lot of running. And with that, like now my knees hurt. And so I've been recently thinking about shaving my legs because I use, what is it called? That tape, that stretchy tape. What is it called? LP tape or LT tape? Something like that. TP tape? Something like that. And I usually use it for my shoulders. So I have fucked up shoulders too from when I bench and when I not bench. I don't really bench anymore just because I popped my AC joint a couple years ago on my right shoulder. So now like my shoulder joint right here pops up versus on the one on my left side. So I don't bench anymore because I was getting up to 315 and 315 three times. And then I'd have to have help on the fourth one. So I don't ever count that. I never count that one whenever you have, I'm like, I'm going to go down for one more, but you have someone help you back up. I never count that. I just do it. So it just is like a +4. It's like a 4 with a star. Even though like really naturally, technically, I only got 3 because the only ones you should count are the ones that you do on yourself, I think. That's just me. That's my personal goal, and that's just how I am. But, so yeah, I popped that, and so like now everything hurts. So I've been thinking about shaving my legs because I've been thinking about putting the tape on my knees to help support them because I think maybe that might help with because it doesn't ever hurt the next day. It just hurts after I work out. It hurts the rest of the day going up and down stairs, and it's only my right knee on the outside part. So I'm thinking it has to do something. That's I think the ACL, the MCL. But yeah, like both of my knees are all fucked up. I tore my meniscus in my left knee and my ACL on my right, and then I have a fucked up shoulder. I have like fucked up ankles. Both of my ankles are fucked up because I've rolled them so many times that they're just naturally kind of puffy whenever I do any sort of working out. Unless I wear ankle supporters, then I'm fine. But I don't like wearing that stuff. And a lot of people say it's like, oh, John, are you in denial because of your injuries? No, I don't like doing it because I think it hurts the joints more because the body starts thinking that it has the thing to be able to support itself. So it doesn't allow itself to just kind of fight through it and learn to have stability on its own. Because I figure if I have stability on my own, then if I really, 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 really seriously fuck up myself, then I have to use a brace or something like that. It's going to be a lot less recovery time, I feel. And I could be completely wrong, which I probably am. And I have absolutely no scientific background or scientific proof that shows that what I'm saying is actually any way correct at all. And it probably isn't. It's just my thought of me being probably super stubborn and maybe being in denial of the fact that I'm hurt all the time. I can't do any crazy like squats anymore because I have a fucked up bad back because I was squatting 440 once, and I got down and I came back up and I was wearing a belt, but it was a different belt. It was the one day I chose a different belt than I normally wear in my training at that time because I was doing hardcore 2-a-day workouts. And then I was like, so what I would do is I would wake up at 6 in the morning. I would eat breakfast. So my first breakfast would just be like oatmeal. And if I really was still hungry after that oatmeal, I would eat like a half a bagel or I would eat like a piece of sourdough bread with just butter on it. Either one, just butter on it. And then I would just, do some like normal work, computer work or something like that. Then about 8 o'clock, what I'd do is then I would take a protein shake and I would eat 2 eggs. And then I'd go to the gym at that point. So then I would do my first workout. And my first workout was normally the biggest... I doubt this is exciting to anybody. But then my first workout was mostly what I really wanted to target that day. So if I was working on my chest or my legs or something like that, I would do a crazy hard-ass leg workout or chest workout, arm workout, whatever. And then I would take my break, eat my first lunch, in which I would normally just do, at that time I was doing stir fry and just ground beef at that time. I wasn't really getting crazy with it, which now I've gone crazier because what I do for my pre-made meals now is normally rice, ground beef, or I like to do carne asada if I can, beans, and then I do pico. And if you really think about it, it hits everything you really need. And then if I get really crazy, what I do is I'll put cheese on it. And then I melt that. And it's damn near delicious because I always use hot sauce too. Like I'm big in the hot sauce. And like the only times I ever drink anything that's like not, I guess, technically healthy, because alcohol has literally nothing. It provides nothing to the human body positively. It's all negative. Like when you're drinking it, if you over obsess with it, like two beers is not going to hurt you. That's the reason why I try to always stay. 2 to 4 beers is always usually where I go with alcohol. I can't remember the last time I got shit faced. Maybe like freshman year of college. That was the last time, and then that was after my second knee injury, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done doing crazy shit, and so I just started going hardcore in the gym after that, after my rehab. So, but then I would have my first meal, so it was always just stir fry and just ground beef. Then I would usually I would have work at that point, have my second lunch like 2 hours after that. Then I would go to my second workout, which my second workout was never really as hard as my first one. So if I did upper body, if I did lower body. If I did lower body, then I'd do some specific, very light weight, nothing more than 25 pounds of a certain body point. So chest, I would only take like 25 dumbbells and like put them together and do like just slow, like inside, work the inside part of your chest and work on the outside part of your chest. Do curls, just do 25 pounds and just do light work, because you don't want to overwork yourself because you've already done that already. And then I would just do like I would either do bike, row, or I would do stairs. I like the rowing the best. That's my favorite, but it doesn't really matter. And do a little bit of cardio. And but yeah, during that, like that's when I did a lot of fucked up shit to my body, because I was always so tired. That's one. Two, always sore, incredibly sore. And it's fun because the crazy thing about that thing was I was training to do physique competitions, and it was as I flex, but it was. I got into it and I was like, this is kind of dumb. I don't like this at all. I don't like any like the idea of the people. But I like working out a lot and I like looking really good. So I'm gonna keep doing that. And so, but yeah, then after I started doing that for a while, I just started, after I got that injury, I slowed everything down, and then I started just doing like really making sure I ate specifically of how I needed to eat. And then after that, it was super easy. I kind of just started working myself outside of the gym, just trying to stay as lean and muscular as I can. But I knew I was going to lose a lot of that muscle that I gained, because I was up to 205, but I was like 205 with only 7% body fat. So like now I'm 209 right now, and I probably have like maybe 13-15% body fat. Just because of this whole corona stuff. But any way you look at it, it's better to have a little bit more body fat right now, especially because you have like, well, one, because you don't want, at least I don't want to. I wouldn't want to be replenishing myself right now, like doing a cut, because then if I did get sick, then your body doesn't have anything to at least like sit on and eat while you're dealing with being sick. Because at least like now I have like that first 15% body fat, so if I were to get sick, then my body would at least have something to gnaw on, and before it starts like really going and eating just the muscle. Well, it's going to want to eat the muscle anyway, but it's going to at least have some fat to kind of like delay the whole process of that. But yeah, that's crazy though. A lot of people don't realize that I don't know, probably a lot of people do realize that, because I can't be the first person to say it to you, but like when you're getting your body so amped up to do a show, or you're in a bulk, and you're like, and then you're going into the shred. What's the hardest part about the shred is the fact that you're not eating as much as you used to be eating, and because you want your body to start eating fat. But what happens is that your body would rather eat muscle than eat fat, because to the body, muscle is like the equivalent to eating like fast food. And then for your body, eating fat would be the equivalent of eating like a salad. And it's one of those things where it's just like really hard. Well, it's not hard. I'm lucky in that sense, because I was born in a third world country and I was malnourished when I was young. So for me, being able to like fluctuate between weight is one of the easiest things in the world. Because like right now I'm like keeping myself at a really good pace, because I'm doing I run 5 miles. I try to do 4 times. I used to do 5, but it just blew my knees out, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, no, it's not worth it. So I cut it back to 4, and then I'll just stretch for 2 days and just really make sure that I'm keeping myself. Actually, I'm more flexible now than I've been since, I would say, freshman year of college. And but yeah, it's just doing those two things have gotten me to this baseline where, like, as soon as I get back into the gym, which I ordered baseball gloves, and I'm gonna have like a special mask for my when I work out and I go to the gym. And so, but it's like, so I'm at this place right now where, like, once I be able to get back into the gym, I'm gonna be able to just cut it real quick, because then, like, I'm just holding it, and then I'm just gonna just drop here as soon as everything gets better. I would like to, in the sense of be able to get my muscle tone back up. And it's really not that bad anywhere. And, like, because as soon as I start focusing on spots, it'll get back to, like, it'll tighten back up again. Right now it's all fluffy just because, like, the muscles haven't been able to get super activated. Because if I'm only having two 25-pound dumbbells, I can only get so much activation out of my muscles versus having a 50-pound. You can, but you can't. Like, as much as I want to do, because I want to bulk back up again, because my meals are consistent, and, like, that's the hardest thing. Once you get your meals consistent, everything else just will fall into place super easy. The hardest part is getting those meals consistent, and I don't think about it. I just do it. Like, it sucks for about 4 seconds because I'm like, fuck, I'm eating another fucking rice and ground beef and pico, and I'm doing it all again with some hot sauce. And if I really want to be crazy, I'll put some cheese on it. Big fucking deal. And what is like, it'll take about 4 seconds, and I'll take like 3 bites, and I'm just like, dude, this is pretty fucking good. This is really good. Because you're at that point, your body's just happy that it has some food coming into it, and you're hitting all the, like, for me, I'm hitting all the things that needs for my body to work work well. That was awful English. And so it's like, I'm good there. I'm just, like, sitting there. I'm just kind of, like, sitting, like, moving in place, just waiting till I can finally get back into the gym. And I'm a little worried right now because I am recording this podcast, and I am okay. I see little things moving. So lately, what's been happening is, like, my program, the audio program that I use to record this podcast, or I've recorded a lot of my audio stuff, is really weird. So once you go into it, you have to use the inbox to work the whole program. You go into preferences, you tell the computer and the program that you want to use the specific equipment to run the audio and to run the microphones, because this microphone is just a microphone. If I unplug this, it doesn't work anymore, just because it doesn't have a battery in it. It's just literally just a microphone. What connects it is this cord connects all the way to a inbox, this huge inbox that records my audio. But the last week, my first podcast I told you guys about, I tried to do it, paused, it froze, the computer crashed, the program crashed. And what I realized was that, like, it's never liked if you try to record something and you don't have it saved as something, as a title, and you have it as a set project. That makes sense. And now what is happening is, like, if I save that project and then I, like, grab all of it and I delete it and I try to record over it, it doesn't like that either, and the whole program will just crash on itself. It just shits the bed, and my computer it's to the point now where, like, my computer freezes. So I don't know if it's that, or because what started happening was that, was it last week? It was, yeah, because it's the beginning of the month that I did an upgrade, because software upgrade. And after I did that, like, everything started working a little funky on the computer. And so I was like, fuck, like, god damn it. Because that's always the thing. Like, there's always, like, there might be a fuck up, and then that software will be fucked up until they have to go back, until they do another update. And so you're kind of sitting there I'm like sitting here for a couple of days thinking, I'm hoping it's not that. But I just, like, have been checking on it periodically and just kind of slightly hoping to God that this doesn't just freeze on me and I have to use the other one. Because if you listen to the Aaron and John show last week, you'll notice that like the beginning of the podcast was decent for about the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because we were trying to do something different last week and it didn't work. And what happened last week was that that went well, and then we kept breaking, and the program did not like that, and so because I was recording over what I had just done instead of making a brand new project and then starting from scratch again. And even when I do that, like I feel like I have to, when I do the plug, when I do the first thing, I do that before I start all this other stuff, before I do this podcast and talk. And so I record that, and that usually that is like 50 seconds to maybe like a minute and a half, if that. And I'll record that, so I have to then close out the whole program, open it back up, and pray that it works. And then I'll open up a new project, then start a new project, and then I save it, and then I record it, and I hope that it doesn't freeze. So I don't know what the fucking problem has been on that. But yeah, I'm praying and hoping, and I see that the little lines are going up on the thing where my audio is, so I'm hoping that it will be good to go. But yeah, so I have like 7.5 minutes left in this podcast, and yeah. But what did I have this week that I wanted to talk about? I don't know. I don't really. I don't understand people who get mad at people who eat ketchup with their steaks. I've never understood why people get so fucking butthurt on that shit. It's like, it's a good piece of steak. It's a good piece of meat. Why would you want to do that? It's like, it's fucking from a cow. It's like you eat ground beef. That's from a fucking cow. And I understand, ground beef is different. It's fatty. It has more fat on it. It's this, it's that. Steak. You go, and when you eat it, you say, I want a medium well, or I want a medium rare. And I get that. And I want grill marks on it. Fuck that. I don't care. Maybe this is because I'm foreign. I just have never understood why people get so fucking upset. I don't like barbecue sauce. I don't fucking like A1 sauce. I think it all tastes like dick. I don't like fucking milk. That tastes like fucking shit. It's like there's certain things that I just do not like. And there's certain things that you don't like as a person, but people get so upset. Like, John, I don't understand. I do not understand. Like, you just ruined that steak. How did I ruin the steak? You put in the A1 sauce, ruined that steak. That's, in my opinion, ruined that steak. You making it well done, ruined that fucking steak. Me eating ketchup, it's not that big of a deal, but people lose their goddamn mind. As much as people lose their goddamn minds about I don't like barbecue. I think barbecue tastes like dick. I don't like it. I don't like burn ends. I don't like it. I don't like pork. I think pork is fucking gross. It is from a gross animal. Do you not understand? There's countries. There's parts of China that have pigs, and they're called toilet pigs. And what happens is people will go and they'll buy 3 or 4 pigs and have them underneath the house, and they build a fence underneath the house because the houses are they're basically on sticks, on risers, and they fence these pigs in under there, and they take shits down into this little area, and they eat that shit, and then they kill that pig, and they fucking eat that meat off that fucking pig. And that's the thing. And I understand Americans wouldn't do that. But you don't know. You might get a toilet pig, god damn it. And it's fucking gross. And pig is fucking gross. I think ham. Who eats fucking ham? Mother's Day. Recently I've been working at a kitchen, and we cook so much goddamn pork there that I don't get pork and fish. Fish is gross. Anything like crab, gross. Fucking lobster, disgusting. These things are just nasty to me. I don't understand it, why people would want to eat stuff that seafood. Seafood tastes like gravel and salt. That's what it tastes like to me. And then and people eat catfish, and catfish eat all the bullshit on the fucking ground, in the seafloor. Why would you want to eat something that scavenges and eat horse shit? And you're eating then said horse shit, because that thing is made up of horse shit. It doesn't make sense. And everybody, ladies and gentlemen, that was John Clauser, and that was my TED Talk. I apologize. Like, but going back to the steak stuff, I don't understand uh, why people don't like ketchup on steak. It tastes so good. It's delicious. Hell, if you want the truth, I would put ketchup and I would put hot sauce on that. Some Cholula, and I would be good as gold. And then what I would do is I would first, before the steak was about done, I would take a bunch of mashed potatoes, put on the bottom of the plate, put that fucking piece of meat on the said potatoes, and then I would eat it, and I'd mix it all together. And there's people, would you believe there's fucking people who don't put ketchup on their mashed potatoes? And then I don't like gravy. That's another thing. I don't like gravy either. I don't like it. I think it's gross. I think it's white people food. A1 is white people food. Barbecue is white people food. It has no flavor to it, to me, in my opinion. It just doesn't. So I don't like it. But I would do that. And like the funny thing is there's people who get upset when I also have mashed potatoes and I put ketchup on my mashed potatoes. It's like, do you understand that this is basically like a ground up French fry? You understand that, right? And do you understand, like, when you eat a French fry, when it's in your mouth, it becomes mashed potatoes and ketchup. We're eating the same thing. Mine just takes one less step to consumption. Yeah. So like, but yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand why people get so upset by ketchup. It's delicious. Like, you eat ketchup all the time. Everyone, like, who doesn't like ketchup? And you might be like, John, that's white people food. Yeah, it is. It's one of the like weird white people foods that I like, that I really enjoy. I really do. It is. So we have like 2 minutes left. I have like basically like 2 minutes left in this podcast. So yeah, I hope you guys are being safe. Hope you guys being keep washing your hands, wearing masks. I don't understand people who go into Walmart and they don't wear masks or wear gloves. Like, I can understand gloves, maybe like it's a little bit too much for you. Understandable. But I do not understand why you would not want to wear a mask. It's just like, it's especially in Walmart. Like, that's ground zero of like how you can catch corona. But I hope you guys are washing your hands, being safe. Hoping you guys are taking this time and learning to do something that's fun. And yeah, thank you much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on my social medias. And yeah, I don't know. I don't have really much else to talk about now. I hope you guys enjoyed my little rant. This is the first episode I feel like what you could say is I let go. I had fun. This was fun for me, guys. This one was. And hope you guys are safe, sound, and yeah. I'll see you guys on the next episode. And then also check out the Aaron and John show. It shows up every Thursday on the YouTubes. And I need to get this shit on fucking iTunes and SoundCloud and all that stuff. So people don't have to just sit here and watch me. They can actually just listen to me if they want to. Who watches this? Nobody. But I'm here. I'm just making some little noise and saying, hey, if you guys want to come over and check out this booth, there's this guy over here who just sits here and talks on a microphone and just yells about ketchup and steaks and being foreign. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys on the next episode. Bye.